I do have a hope regimen, something that I do on a daily basis that allows me to cultivate hope. Hope is not being naive. Hope is I see what's happening, I'm aware of it, I'm conscious of it, I gather information about it, and yet still I believe that we can do better, that we can be better, that we can reach farther, that we can be the humane, conscious, kind, compassionate, loving people that I believe we were made to be. Hope to me means understanding that we're simply as human beings living below our capacity. And if we begin to understand how to live higher, how to love deeply, how to move beyond even tolerance, and to become love, and to demonstrate love, which, as you two said, love is a temple, love is a higher law. I still have hope that we can get there, and that even if it's not in my lifetime, we can actually do things now that prepare us for the next generation, being more kind, being more loving, being more compassionate, being more equitable, for us to be who we can be as human beings. I have hope about that. So here's what I do for my hope regimen. I have every day a song, a playlist, usually, that encourages me, keeps me hopeful for that day. And sometimes I have a playlist for the week, and I'll begin to share those playlists if that's something you all believe would be helpful. I have mantras that I repeat. One of my mantras is, believe it or not, I will not be a bigot. It's very critical to me to not be a bigot to any discrimination or hate that I may have in my heart, to work on purging that out. That keeps me hopeful. It reminds me that we determine in our thinking, in our consciousness, in our awareness, in the behaviors of our hearts, we determine who we are. So I can begin to speak a thing and then start to actualize it. That's the manifestation, the power of what I speak. I can ensure that I work to become that. And so I will not be a bigot. I will love people. I will demonstrate love. I will exude love. I will set an atmosphere that draws people to light and love and kindness. I will be a walking manifestation of the things that I preach, that encourage, that teach, that try to elevate people. I just won't talk to people about that. I will be that. And when I have these mantras along with my songs and my playlist, it cultivates hope in me. Here's another thing I do. In addition to my music, in addition to my mantras, I also, in my method of gathering information, I always ensure that if I study an issue, I also study solutions to that issue. That helps keep me hopeful. Why? Because in doing that, I'm understanding this is an issue out there, but there are some things we can do about it. I'm not just going to think about the issue all day. I'm also going to think about how can we cultivate solutions to these issues as well. And then I'm going to put in some work to start to eradicate those injustices that I see. And doing all of that, my music, my mantras, my methods for understanding information and also understanding solutions, and then putting in the work. The last thing I do is meditation. So we got music, mantras, the method for information, and then meditation. Some people will call this prayer, but I shared in my last video the power of prayer, the posture of saying, God, use me as a vessel for hope, use me as a vessel for love. I yield to being a part of the solution, to being a part of what will get us to the type of humanity that we always should have been. And in this music and in this mantra, these mantras, the methods, and then also meditation, I find a hope regimen. I hope that you're hopeful. I hope that no matter what's going on in the world, somehow you find, even if it's residue, if it's just a little bit, something that allows you to hang on. And I hope that you're inspired today to keep building, to keep realizing who we can be as humanity.